Hey guys, Jingle Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land, whatever part of the world that you are in. Okay, we're going to continue on with our home canning and preserving series. We're going to be discussing pickling. Um, Pickling is another fantastic way to preserve a lot of fruits and vegetables from your garden and even meats. Pickling. Now, keep in mind, I am not a pickleologist or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just a dude, and this is my understanding of how pickling works. Pickling is using vinegar and salts and other various spices to preserve fruits and vegetables in a very acidic environment to where bacterias and the spoilers, mold spores and so on, can't produce and make your food spoil. Having said that, it's also my understanding that pickling is in itself kind of a form of spoilage. I think it's called like fermentologist or something like that. So some kind of a fermentation process that happens whenever the foods are in the pickling brine. Um, like I said, most of the brines are made up with various mixtures of vinegars and salts and other kind of spices. The primary one is vinegar, which has a very high acidic level, which, like I say, will inhibit the production of any kind of spoiling bacteria and so on. There are some bacteria that will live, but will use the sugars that are inside the fruits and vegetables to create the fermentation process. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert, and I'm very probably wrong about some of this stuff, but I'm just trying to do the best I can to explain how I understand it. There's lots of different things you can pickle. I mean, you can pickle just about any of the fruits and vegetables. Not saying that they're going to be scrumdiddlyumptious when they're pickled, but you can pickle them and preserve them. They have a very much a different flavor once something is pickled than what it did beforehand. That's the reason for the extra spices. A lot of people will add a lot of extra spices to their brine to bring some more flavor to the pickling party, so to speak. And also, a lot of times when those extra spices are introduced into the acidic environment, they will create extra health benefits. For instance, if you make sauerkraut, they have the probiotics, which is really, really good for your digestive system. Um, I've seen a lot of people that pickle meats. Lupita, one of her favorite things was pickled pig's feet, which sounds really disgusting, but they're really not that bad. There's a lot of people who pickle hot dogs and pickle bologna, and you can pickle fish, you can pickle vegetables, you can pickle fruits. So it's one of those things that you'll need to do a little bit of your own research on to see what you like and what you like the best and what the best process is for you. Whenever you're canning things that have been pickled, typically you don't want to can it for more than 10 or 15 minutes for quart jars because you're just looking to seal the jar. You're not looking to cook or do anything else to the food inside since it's already preserved. I have right here some examples of some things that are pickled. I don't have any examples of any kind of meats that have been pickled, and I apologize about that. But this here in this first jar is sauerkraut. Yeah, it's sauerkraut, but it's still a form of pickling and preserving cabbage. I've got some of my own homemade bread and butter pickles, which I'll be making another batch real soon, and I will show you how I make my bread and butter pickles in the next video because it's really, really crazy easy to do. So these are just cucumber slices, which is just regular bread and butter pickles. In this decorative jar right here, one of Lupita's aunts made this and pickled this. These are jalapeno slices, and then different various peppers, garlic, and more peppers on top that are pickled. They look pretty. It makes a nice kitchen decoration, but it is still also usable stuff because it's preserved and it's pickled. And as long as it's stored properly, they will last a very, very, very long time in your pantry or your food storage. And of course, we have some regular jalapeno peppers over here that have been pickled for storage. So, like I say, most of the time we will do the pickling process first. Like for instance, when I make bread and butter pickles, I will make the pickles and I will leave them set in the refrigerator for a couple of weeks in a great big jar, and then I will pull those pickles out along with the brine and put them into quart jars and can them to put in the pantry for storage. So there you go. Do a little bit of talking and do a little bit of research. There's probably about 463 bazillion videos on pickling on YouTube. There's many different ways. There's many different styles. I will try to do some, like I said, in the next video I will show you how I do my pickles because it's really easy. At some point I will do some probably some pickled eggs, or maybe we can do some pickled fish or something like that, just to kind of show you a different kind of process of pickling. But pickling has been used for probably thousands of years as a form of food preservation. Another way, another option for us to bring fresh fruits and vegetables from our garden and preserve those without having to readily cook them or freeze them and so on. So there you go, guys. Remember, whenever you're thinking about what do I do with all this crap load of vegetables from my garden, remember pickling and give it a shot. And we'll see you in the next video, and we'll make some bread and butter pickles. So, y'all, thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz. The end.